Hey YouTube people, it's your girl Teresa Butler, and I'm back with another wig review. This is part 2, the Marie series here. This time it's color number 1. I've already cut the lace off. She's curling iron safe up to 400 degrees. She has ear-to-ear wig cap construction, but you know my head is big and it hardly ever works out for me, so I don't know what to tell you about that part. This is how the girl looks wearing Marie. Marie's very popular wig. She comes in the regular packaging from Equal, so it's, you know, basic there. With Marie, there are some things with the other color that I didn't like that was at the top of the wig, but this wig does not appear to have those problems, but maybe then again it could be there, just that it's dark and you can't see it. I've already cut the lace, so the lace part is pretty decent. There's a comb on each side, comb in the back there. It's a shake and go wig. It is very, very beautiful. It's about 16 to 18 inches long in length. Let's go ahead and put her on. It has adjustable straps in the back, but I never used them. With these wig reviews with Marie, I was talking about the situation in America. Marie in America. And these particular wig reviews are not going to have profanity in them, which I'm known for on my wig reviews, because the nature of the wig review, I want it to be viewable and appealable to all ages. Notice I didn't say race because I ain't worried about that part. I didn't say gender, and I ain't worried about that part either. What I was worried about is all ages being accessible to my videos without any type of penalty. The lipstick that I'm wearing is called Skydive, and it's by kleancolor. And what I did was like an ombre type of effect, very lightly. Did the blue and then a little pink in the center. The pink is called Sensual, and it's by LA Colors, and it's the lip gloss and lipstick duo. And then for my eyes, they're blue with a little pink on the inside. So that's what that is. This is Marie. She's so cute. I know y'all saw my shirt. It's R2D2. Yep, sure is. I am not ashamed. And I know you see my little earrings and everything. Alright, so with this wig review, oh my god, because it is part 2. Look at that. 16 to 18 inches long. She's pretty long, seeing it. She seems to be very, very long there. Let's get a look at that that front part there. I didn't talk about the parting space in the last one because it really isn't. It's just like this little bit right there. That's it. So unless somebody gonna ask me about that, really isn't any parting space on her, but she's still cute. What I did talk about last time is how the wig cap is constructed. It's made like weird like that, but there's this procedure you could do by turning the wig inside out and sewing it in so it actually fits your head better. So you could do that, or you could leave it. I'll probably just leave it because I really don't feel the need to do all that. But what I was talking about on my last review of Marie is I went to see this really fabulous play today called Midnight Cry, and it's the true story about Caroline Cross, who escaped from St. Louis, Missouri to this place, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, back in the 1840s. 1840s. Yep, 1842 was the year. And I was seeing how I actually lived by the Underground Railroad, where this woman was, you know, shuffled through and freed all the way up to Canada. It inspired me to write my first book, you know, And what I wrote about is, you know, the way in the black community, how our children are disrespectful, they clown, they twerk, they eat chips in the morning and don't have any real nutrition. They listen to the worst lyrics they can every day in their rap songs about screwing each other over and killing each other and who has the most money and who got the best sex and baby mama disrespect, baby daddy disrespect. Um, I would talk to the kids about uh, when I was a teacher. I would talk to the kids about, do you know what it took for you to be here today? Do you know where you came from? Do you know that you come from kings and queens in Egypt and Africa and, you know, Kemets, Marians, whoever I could think of to pick their interest. And then I would also tell them about the other people that were back then too. You know, different cultures had about the same type of situation everywhere you went. They had hierarchy and um, systems, caste systems, all kind of different stuff modeled after high to low type thing, you know, royalty to servant kind of thing. And what I was really, really talking about in my last video is that it's not so much a black thing anymore, although you do see a lot of black people being the butt of jokes by their own demise and their own devices. But Americans, you know, people of the world. But here in this country, I'll just pinpoint it down to that. Here in this country, we have a new type of slavery, and it's slavery to debt, slavery to negative thinking, slavery to religions, and a lot of people probably have a real problem with me saying slavery to religion, but a lot of people don't want to admit that the Bible is constructed from people's daily journals back in those times from their point of view of what their experience was with their God, what they thought was God at the time. Okay? These are people's daily journals. Like if I today wrote in my daily diary, every single day I wrote in my daily diary. I actually have a diary around here somewhere. Oh well. Let's say I wrote in my daily diary every day, my accounts. And let's say that I smoked a lot of marijuana. And then I had all these interpersonal experiences with what I thought was God, you know. And somehow my messages were profound and picked the interest of a lot of people. And so something happened where they picked all the people who had the best stuff to say. And they said, we're going to put this stuff together and we're going to call it the Holy Bible. That's what happened back then. They sat down and they picked the best journals and documentations of probably events that historically actually took place, and they took people's personal opinions about what their journey was with what they thought was God at the time. That's what it is. I know that people want to make it like it's something that fell out of the sky, but no, sweetheart, it's a compilation CD. It's you know, it's a We Are the World type album. You know, everybody come in and sing their part type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of ancient sacred knowledge in there that they took from the pagans and all this and that. You know, they talk about gods that really pertain to the so-called Anunnaki, the jealous gods and everything. They have it all misconstrued and pieced together the way they wanted it to go. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about Constantine and them who originated this strategy. You know, and they left out important books like Thunder Perfect Mind. You know, that was written by a woman, but they left that out because the message was too powerful and a woman made it up. They didn't like the fact that a woman was writing about you are God. The temple, you know, the kingdom of heaven is within you type stuff, that kind of stuff. And what you thought, what you think turns into a manifestation of reality, that thoughts become things kind of thing. You know, keep your mind sound and in check with your body and your intuition, you know, with your pineal gland and your gut feeling and all that stuff. Keep yourself together and keep your thoughts clean and all that kind of stuff, you know. So they purposely kept things out. So that's a man-made move. The whole thing from start to finish is a man-made, self-serving move that they put together to control individuals, okay? And let's not forget that Christianity is responsible for a whole lot of death and destruction. You know, what is it? It's not minding your business. That's all it is. Because if you're my neighbor and we live next door to each other and 2 of your sons are gay, and I go over there and I'm always knocking on the door and preaching on the stairs and bothering these people and preaching the word of God that I think is the word of God from other people who thought what they thought was God back then, and we all standing strong together on something that I wasn't even there. I wasn't even present, but I'm standing strong on all this old information that was already twisted and turned, and I'm bothering these next door neighbors with this here, and then I turn around and I kill one of the sons because they're abomination to the creation, because I say, that's what I'm doing with my soul journey and my right to live on earth with my air, my water, my sunshine, my earth. I'm taking my time to be in somebody else's business and tell them what's what, because it's what somebody else thought was what back then. Okay? A lot of people don't want to come to terms with all of this kind of stuff. That's why when I started studying world culture and I started becoming educated, each one teach one, because that's what this story is about. This story is about her learning how to read and write and escaping the freedom. And then, the responsibility is to teach someone else who does not know what needs to be known. You know, the people who do seek spirituality, who are interested in why did Jesus go to India? When the missing years of Jesus are about him going to India. Obviously, he was interested in Buddha and all that kind of stuff. Why, though? And how come they don't talk about it? Why is there so much stuff omitted? Why are there shows like banned from the Bible? There's too much information that's messed around, messed with, messed over. And I personally made a choice to leave Christianity because it was a slavery system. It was a slavery for me to be at church every week, 2-3 times a week, giving tithes. And sometimes they would say astronomical things like, if you could just trust God with your mortgage and this and that, or your rent, he'll bless you hundredfold. I've actually witnessed this in my lifetime where they want all your money. They want you to be in debt and make foolish decisions so they can drive a Bentley. And I know a lot of people gonna have a problem with the truth, but this is my truth, what I've experienced and seen. A lot of reasons why I left Christianity. Okay, because it's like a gang, it's like a religious gang, an excuse for the people in the hierarchy system up here to come up and stay up and go higher, and the people down here in the community who never get served with their tithes when their light bill goes off or they can't make their car note or whatever like that. How many times have you ever seen the church step in and handle that? They can more than enough do it, but they're so self-served and so worried about going to Bermuda and the Bahamas and everything else that, and they get to Egypt and get to see the pyramids and the old kings and everything and look at the scribes on the walls, but they don't want nobody else to do it, or they're not doing it for whatever reason. Okay, and then the government and the churches, they got it worked out where there's no taxes being paid, and it's all hand in hand, take care of us but forget about the land kind of stuff. And then that's not just it. Okay, I escaped that slavery and I turned into spirituality, because spirituality is more like what nature is. Love is everywhere. Everything is love and light. Everybody's on a soul journey. It must be respected. All creatures matter. Take care of the planet. Take care of one another. There is no black versus white. There's the human race, and love one another and respect the animal kingdom. There's that. Maybe you can call it me going back to my Native American roots, with Indian and everything in my blood. But call it what you want. But these are the messages that I teach. When I write books, I put powerful messages in my books. I don't just clown. Like this book is about going green, the importance of saving the planet, taking care of the water, and all this horrific stuff being done in the fast food industry. Did you know it's like maybe 50 to 300 different cows in one hamburger? Did you know this? Did you know the horror, the bad energy that's connected to everything that you have a responsibility and a part and a hand in? Do you know about energy? Do you know about quantum physics? Do you know about thoughts become things? Do you know what you put out is what you get back? Some people call it karma, but it's just universal laws here that we're talking about. So this play moved me as an American to get on here on my little platform to the audience that I speak to with the WIG that sounds a lot like America, Amory. She has a lot of the building blocks in the name of the wig to build the word America. America is a outstanding country with the capabilities of being the best country ever. However, it's the greed, the misconceptions of what is right and wrong. Like some people, they'll be like, Teresa, you use a lot of profanity and this and that. Hold on. What I'm trying to teach you guys is about energy. It's not about what I say, it's the energy behind it. How many times have you been in the presence of somebody and they say, oh my God, you look so pretty today. I love your dress. But you know deep in your heart that they hate your guts. You can feel their energy behind the words. You're like, yeah, thanks. All right. Because you feel it. How many times have you thought of someone that you haven't seen in a long time? And some people say you thought them up. No, you use quantum physics energy to contact them telepathically. Okay? I'm teaching y'all things like writing in the dirt on a slave plantation in secret. Okay? This platform is governed by love and light because we're using this platform to each one teach one. Okay? And if it has to be done with wig reviews and clowning and profanity and telling jokes and everything for you to get the main thing and tell somebody else and pick an interest, then so be it. Like the other day, I was talking about the importance of buying your home, buy it and pay it off. Like, I don't have car notes anymore. I learned my lesson. When I have a vehicle, it's paid for. I pay for my stuff and leave the lot. I'm not playing these games with these companies with insurance and everything. And, you got to work. That's like rent. A car note is like making rent. Plus, with the insurance, too, it's too much. It's too much. It's stressful. Why you want to live a stressful life? Another thing is people working jobs they hate. You're supposed to do your calling. God created us to come here and do what we were created to do. Like, we have to stay in the boundaries of what we are gifted with to be happy. Being happy is everything. And some people really feel like they have to be with another person to be happy. That's not true. Another person is not responsible for your happiness. Y'all need to learn how to be happy with self. If you can't sit at home by yourself and have a quiet evening or afternoon or morning and just meditate in gratitude and just sit and be thankful, like, too many people, people call each other up all day, every day and talk about everything that's wrong. Okay? They need that. But what about people who sit quietly and they just be in gratitude and, praise the Lord, praise God, praise Creator, however you want to do it. There's no wrong way. I'm not telling people to leave Christianity and leave religion. I'm telling people free yourself from the confinements of the man-made things. That's what I'm saying it's okay to do and you should do. I love what Jesus Christ is about. And I'm personally choosing to move into Christ consciousness. I'm not choosing to be a Christian. I'm choosing to be everything that Jesus Christ stood for and told us that we are what we can do. The things that are, Dan Brown type stuff, Da Vinci Code type stuff, stuff that people dare look into, So I know a lot of people are not going to dare do anything but stay right where they're at and go to church 2-3 times a week like they've been doing to keep on paying them tithes like that, or falling out in the floor and rolling around and getting the Holy Ghost, or whatever you choose to believe in. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with anything that you're doing because it's your soul journey. What I'm getting on here is saying is to those who seek the knowledge and who will listen, this is what it is. It's about debt free. It's about thinking positive and being grateful at all times. It's about being healthy, drinking lots of water. I'm choosing distilled water right now because it's the purest water out there. It's the water that Mother Nature makes. I want to drink what God made. Thank you and good evening on that one. It's about education. It's about opening your mind and learning something different, all the people that I know that are elders from me, every single one of them have been in debt pretty much. owing all kind of credit cards, still owing on their house after 30, 40, 50 years, all this refinancing and this and that. Now they got all this crazy insurance problem and health problems, and everybody's on pills and sick, and folks dropping dead, and what's the quality? Where's the quality of life, y'all? Where's the quality of life? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm getting on here and I'm talking about. So this play moved me to do 2 videos today to really get to the heart of things, which is when, y'all. When do we take our tax money and stop spending it on foolishness? That's what this book is about. Taking your tax money and doing something wise with it while everybody else clowning and acting fool. When do we, as black people, black people seem to not really care about going green and getting healthy like that, that I've experienced. I can't speak for everybody. I can tell you what I've seen and heard. But when is it time? When do we do this? When do we look into how do we do our part? And I say our, but really I'm black, white, and Indian, so y'all know I speak for the human race, and I'm not ashamed of that. Okay. When do we respect each other's soul journeys? Okay. He's right, she's right, everybody's right at all times because it's your perspective. God, I respect your gangster because it's your soul journey. Okay. When do we talk about that? Huh? When do we respect transvestites and people born in the wrong body? When do we do that? I say we do it now because they're here. It's really happening. When do we love up on the white people who are trying desperately to help blacks? When do we love up on them and give them all the respect that they deserve? Because they risk their necks. They risk their necks to get her safely across. They did it. They did that. And this how we do. This how we do. We tear up the planet and we treat each other like garbage, and we kick our children in the streets and don't care about it, let them get raised up on TV. See, I get on here and I tell the truth, and I don't care about who gets upset because it's all love and light. Love and light to each and every one of y'all. I thank you for watching this video. I really hope that I haven't forgotten anything. I'm just trying to do my little piece because I'm happy. I'm very happy inside. And I don't mind being called to judgment because we judge each other anyway. We judge each other's shoes, earrings, hair, nails, outfits, the way we talk, what we're saying. We always got something to say because we're communicating at all times. So be responsible, y'all. Start learning, reading some of these things and watching videos and everything. Be mindful of what you watch on mainstream media because you already know a lot of that's controlled. Look into things like 9/11. Look into things like GMOs and Monsanto. Know about what's going on with your food. Think about leaving the dollar menu alone and going home and cooking your food. Okay? Think about learning how to make your own bread and growing your own garden. Think about getting a water distiller, countertop, water purifier, whichever one. Okay? What am I doing? I guess I'm risking my neck. Okay, because it's each one teach one, and you have to be brave enough to get up here and tell the truth and focus on whoever will listen. I'm not saying break any rules of any sort, but I am saying let's make the planet a better place while we can, because you know what? We're all going in the same direction at all times. What do I mean? This planet is moving, 500 something million miles per hour through space? Did you guys know that? This is a giant spaceship. A lot of people don't know that. See, there's so much ignorance. They don't know that the Vatican owns a lot of telescopes and everything out there that are watching, and they say they're talking to aliens and have been for a long time. A lot of people don't know these things. A lot of people don't know that fluoride eats up the pineal gland, and it's an important thing that God gave you so that you can have some common sense and some intuition. So when you walk into a place and there's bad energy there. You ever walk into a place and there's bad energy? You're like, oh God, I'm ready to go. That's your pineal gland and your gut feeling, intuition, solar plex place in your chakra system. You are programmed and physically made up as a little portion of God. You can think things and manifest them. I can think of a book and write it and create it and bring it into creation. I can say I want a baby and bring a baby into the world if I'm lucky. You can just sit and think about all the things you think of and then they manifest. So how many of you are thinking negative all day, every day? You sitting and dwelling on the fact that you was molested as a child or raped or kidnapped or this happened, your mama died, your uncle got killed. See, it's okay to let stuff go. It don't serve you no more. Now we moving in a time of consciousness and being aware and awake. Now it's time to smile and jump for joy and do what we're supposed to do. And that's what I'm doing. I'm up here doing that. This video is 25 minutes long, and now I need to get off here because I actually have to go somewhere. I want to go see Anchorman too because I love Will Ferrell and I'm in love with him. See, I'm into white men now. Blue eyes type stuff, 6 foot something. And don't trip because I got 4 baby daddies and they're all black. Yes, ma'am. I have 4 baby daddies, but I also graduated on the National Dean's List. 4-point student in college. I have my own business. You can Google me, sweetie. I am not ashamed of who I am and where I come from, but I am going to go and I'm going to wish you love and light and be blessed and don't get annoyed. Be good. Bye, y'all. Bye-bye.